Learning a curse. Learning a curse.
Welcome to the classroom, motherfuckers. This is Learning to Curse with Adam and Chuck.
And we're back.
We are back with another episode of Learning to Curse with Adam and Chuck.
Making our guests choke.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chuck.
Welcome, Adam.
Ah, that worked.
All right. And we have in studio with us today is Jeremy.
Hello.
Our friend, our buddy, our pal.
Yes.
And we're going to discuss some shit.
Yep.
Some shits.
And I'm going to get all my swears out.
Well, you can.
You can
Well,
swear
I
as
can.
much
I'm
as
gonna
you like.
swear as I
Yeah.
much
We're
as
gonna
I
we're gonna
want.
learn you how to curse.
Learn me how to curse.
Curse you some learning.
That's what you guys should do. Is like the main beginning topic is to get people to commit to swearing as much as they possibly can.
I think in one of our episodes, I taught everybody a new swear, which was
What was the swear?
butt fuck.
Butt fuck.
That's not new.
That's not a new.
I know.
That's like a. I was gonna say amalgamation of swear words, but that's not really what it is.
He said butt.
fucking butt sex.
Bucking foot sex.
Yes.
I love spoonerisms.
Oh, I was thinking too for the. This is completely off topic because we haven't talked about anything yet.
Yeah.
But
We
getting
don't
your
talk long. It takes a long
getting
time.
your.
Topic is rambling and being random and going on tangents.
If
So
I
you're
can get
right
your,
on topic.
if I can get a picture of you, I think we should do the Chuck U Farley.
Yeah.
For the website.
Yes,
I think that
yes.
would be a better.
I could be
I
Chuck
think
U.
that would
Farley.
be nice.
Yeah. The
Because it just makes me laugh every time I think of that or see it. I think I was trying to. I don't know. So when we were talking the other night, I decided that I wanted to look up the wedding because I knew that I saw the wedding pictures somewhere. I don't know if it was on yours or Amber. Anyway, so when I typed in Charlie Kenyon, I think it picked something up from your mom,
probably.
like sending you a message, and it was the Chuck U Farley part. Like,
Did you know that's,
whatever it was?
that's the first time somebody said your mom and it wasn't in a bad way.
in a bad way.
Your mom.
So this Jeremy guy here, we used to do music with this guy.
We did.
A long time ago.
I don't like saying old friend.
I was gonna
'cause
say-
that always sounds terrible.
I'm pretty old now.
We talked about it in our first episode where me and Adam here have known each other for 20 years or so. Me and Jeremy were calculating this the other day or yesterday.
Yeah, what did we come up with? 23
like 23 years, 24 years,
Yeah.
something
Well,
like that.
yeah, but you and Adam though were able to stay in connection.
Well, no, there was a big period of time.
Was there?
That we didn't. This has been recently, like
Yeah.
the last 3-4 years.
I was hanging out with his brother. I don't know why.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I did that for a while too. So it's
We all
not-
do that.
Yeah, I did that once.
There's something about him.
It's amazing when he's not here.
A lot of stuff, and people get along. You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that because nothing against, in case your brother
Yes.
listens to the podcast.
I doubt he will.
He's
Whatever.
our number one fan.
Yeah. Is he? You know what? Thinking of that
He's
though
our
is like
mascot.
a lot of stuff would go really, really well, and then Jimmy would come in and somehow fuck everything up from it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's I don't even remember why we stopped doing Caterwaul because there was like many times like maybe every because I don't think I've seen you in like 13 years
Yeah.
or something along those lines. And
been a
so
while.
when I like every 3 or 4 years I would be like, man, it'd be really cool if I made another Caterwaul
Yeah.
with Charlie.
We should totally. I'm going on record
the
right
only
now.
the only thing though about that is though
That
I
there
feel
was
like,
an 80s band called Caterwaul?
No, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
But
They're not doing
my
anything
thing
with the
was
name.
my thing is that like
They're not shrieking like cats.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
We probably were.
Yeah.
But
No, we were pretty good.
That was
No,
just
that
the
was
meaning
good.
of the band.
yeah, I know.
There you go.
Yeah. But
The day we recorded our album, I think will never leave our mind.
Yeah. 9/11 was
Yeah.
the day we recorded.
September 11th, 2001.
Yeah.
We went and we already paid for the studio time, so we went.
But what I was gonna say though was like, if we did do that, I feel like we would have to play old songs, and I don't know if I remember.
I don't remember any of them.
Do new interpretations of those songs.
Oh, that'd be kind of
No,
cool.
we can.
I can remember. I can remember some. Well, yeah, no, we could make new songs, but
Yeah.
like, if you think about a band that like goes like this 13-year stint,
Yeah.
and they don't have anything, like they play old songs.
We could just
too.
call it Caterwaul 2.
If it's good. Oh, there goes my mic again.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking.
It's aliens.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, fucking shite.
Yeah, fuck us.
Shite bastard. Now I'm Irish.
I have no
Anyway.
voices to do.
That was a good one.
Yeah, just mine.
That works.
So we wanted to talk to you a little bit. I think Adam has some preloaded questions.
Well, no, we were talking about the Tut Hill experience.
Yeah.
Because the Tut Hill story, Jeremy was there.
He was
I didn't
there.
get to
He
see
was-
shit.
If you
when I went.
if you don't remember, or if you remember from the episode where we talk about Tut Hill, he's the Jeremy that I reference.
Yes. Did you reference it a lot? I need to
few
listen to all
times,
the podcasts.
No, this is good. I mean, he's not an ass for. I mean, this
When we
works
were-
out perfect that he didn't hear it. So we're,
Oh, that's true, because
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
yeah. In a sense, this is
Yeah.
kind
We'll
of
see.
a
We'll see
And
how
I
our-
didn't know what was going on that night either.
We'll see
Somewhat
how
of
our
an evidence kind of thing.
our interpretations meet up with each other.
Well, okay, so that being said, though,
Like two
is
penises
that
touching.
with two,
Yeah. With BBs and
I
urethras.
interpret it.
We didn't get
I
very far.
interpret it much better than he does.
Yeah. He has a better memory than me. I've
We didn't
smoked
get
pot
very
since
far
then.
without
yeah, but it
penises
was so
touching.
fucking long ago.
It was a long time ago.
Because we were,
16, 15?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So,
Once upon a time.
well, and the other thing too is it was interesting about it is it's like if you made a movie of it, there would be like two separate stories being told because we all split up into
We
different
did.
groups.
Right. Well, because Jimmy and Bobby were together doing
right,
their thing.
yeah,
And then at one point, you and I went to that airplane hangar thingy.
correct.
In that back area.
Which is weird because you don't remember the baby food.
Oh, no, I do now.
Yes, it was.
I thought you said baby poop earlier. And I'm like,
Just so you know,
baby
we were
poop?
kind
What the
of
fuck are you
discussing it
talking
a little
about?
bit prior to recording.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
we were
We got
talking
to
about it. And they
baby
were like,
food,
we
and
should
they were
just
like,
record
record.
this.
yeah, baby food. Record. And you
I
heard
know.
baby poop.
I heard baby poop, and I'm like, where the hell was baby
So
poop?
where the baby food was in the hangar,
Yes.
there were those nails
Yes.
that had like the blood on them.
What
See,
did
I'm
you
telling
just
you,
say?
Ding, 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 ding. You got it right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy gets 2 points.
So I remember that.
This is your eyewitness account, but we're going to tell
but
you
do
when you're
remember
right.
walking from the front yard or the house area, and we walked to that airplane hangar? There were patches that were
yes,
that
like
were,
at least like there were. Well, I don't know.
You
I
say
would
what-
imagine that there were bodies being buried.
Aha!
Yeah, is what we would imagine.
Yeah.
or what I imagine,
Right.
and what left me with
Okay,
that.
We paid him to say
Now,
these things.
You tell
I'm
me,
kidding.
Jeremy, if you
We
remember.
actually made all of this
Yes.
up, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much.
Wait,
I have a shitty memory, so my part in the story was I drove by it and I couldn't go inside.
yeah, it was,
That
middle
it.
of the day.
It sucked.
Well, so when did? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait, is that recent that you guys?
No,
drove by?
no,
or it was
no.
back then.
Do you know
when
what's
we
there
drove-
You
now?
remember Tebby?
Yeah.
Our friend Tebby.
I had the same expression on my
Big
face.
guy. Gangster guy. With braids. And he had a cousin.
Yes.
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 So we all
Yes,
piled in the
yes,
car. We're
yes,
like,
yes.
let's go check this
I
shit
remember
out.
him from Cousin.
Cousin. I know.
It was the cousin.
Cousin that did it.
Oh, the cousin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Everybody
guy,
has
the
a
guy
cousin.
that one person in the entire world who has a cousin. Yeah, I remember him.
He's the only cousin that got mingled in.
Not to get off topic.
Get off topic.
But whatever. Do you remember that
We
episode
always do
of The
that.
Simpsons where Mr. Burns he steals all the puppies?
Yeah.
And he has the puppies in there, and one of them stands up and he's talking to Smithers, and he's all like, he reminds me of that guy, and he's like, who? He's like, you know, that guy that's standing and walking. And Smithers comes up with the name of who he's talking about. That's kind of like how that
yeah.
was. Yeah, whatever.
That's
just what it
also the
reminded
same
me of.
episode where Smithers sings that "See My Vest"
Yep.
song.
mhm, Yep.
Where he's got all those like clothes made out of weird exotic animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Made for see my vest, see my
So,
vest.
do you remember
made for
the-
real gorilla chest.
do you remember the styrofoam with the blood in it? Oh, so
Was it like a cooler?
Maybe it was cooler. It was a cooler.
Yeah.
It wasn't styrofoam. It was a cooler. Do you remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Inside the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like that dog, was that dog like just flattened from like emaciation, or was it cut in half? Because I
It was.
remember
I think it was cut in half.
it looked cut in half.
it looked
down
like
in
it
the
was
middle.
cut in half.
It sounds more impressive.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
To our listening
we'll go with
audience.
cut in
All
half.
two
We'll go
of
with-
you.
We'll go with those. It was cut in half.
It was sliced. It was bisected. But were you the first one to notice the lights coming from the field?
No, that wasn't me.
was it Bobby?
It was. I think it was. Okay, so Bobby was in the truck.
Okay.
Did Bobby ever get out? That's what I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
So I think
Damn it,
Bobby
Bobby.
was in the truck. So you had the.
Because at one point I
People
had
can
Bobby's
see what I'm
paintball
doing
guns.
with
Oh no,
my-
we
We
always
pantomime all the time.
So you have the 90-degree corner.
Yeah.
And Bobby at one point was this way, and I think it was either when he was parked here that I think that he saw the lights.
Okay. Because
In the
at one
field.
point I had the paintball gun. Because I remember when we were being chased, I started shooting the license plate
On
like that's
day
gonna do
3.
I
anything.
know that's
They
what I
brought
was.
the paintball.
But when you're in that situation,
like,
when
what
two
do we
people
do?
are
Yeah.
two vehicles are chasing you.
Okay.
So, do you remember the? Oh, was
Go
it?
ahead.
What was the? There was a thing with the drumsticks. Yeah, drumsticks. With
What the fuck?
drumsticks,
This is like a whole other version. I have no
where Bobby had bought drumsticks recently because he was trying to pick up drumming.
Oh yeah, I remember
some
that.
shit.
Yeah.
And he lost them, but then they showed up at his house.
What the fuck?
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Okay, so I don't know when he lost the drumsticks.
Yeah.
But he lost one of them, and then that night it was at his house, is what he said.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's fake. I don't fucking know. I know that.
I got a question for you. Do you remember you and I conspiring to get Jimmy really, really drunk and take him out to the Tutfield house and have him wake up there tied to a chair?
Be the best thing ever.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the lights though, I remember the lights, but did anything happen with them?
Yeah, we got chased by those. Like eventually, like there was that truck.
Right, the truck ended up coming, and then.
But, like,
How were they dressed?
That I don't remember.
I was
remember costumes.
See?
I remember
Ding, ding, ding.
hoods, like
I was gonna
burlap
say
hoods or something like that.
There were hoods, but I wouldn't say that they were like KKK.
Now, when you
hoods or
say in that
anything
time
like
period, that's what he said.
That is exactly how I put it.
For once in my life, I said, that's what he said instead of she said.
But I do have a question for you because I had brought up like a memory that I had about like we were inside the house and we looked out that one window and there was that tree there and it kind of looked like a white ghost lady dancing in the. Okay, so he does remember it.
Yeah.
I'm not insane. Do you remember the guttural demon noises when we went into where that spiky thing was?
That was scary as shit. Yeah.
So
Now, what do you say around
also
the...
remember? Hold on. So this is. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, no, it's fine. My mic cut up.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
Ghost in the Machine.
We're cheap.
Yeah, he needs a new XLR.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Why is it always mine?
There's a bunch of broken ones over there in the corner. I was
gone through
gonna
all of them.
bring one, but I figured the one that I would grab would definitely be broken.
You could have told. I could have brought.
Yeah.
But I didn't know we were going to record.
Yeah, that's all right. We sprung this on you.
That's fine. I like recording.
Yay. Me
I
too.
like making shows.
Yes. So
Yay.
you were gonna say something before you interrupted
I was
him.
going to say something and I forgot.
Yeah.
My mic went haywire.
So we were talking about the white lady dancing.
My lady. Oh, so then the other thing that always bothered.
Oh, your mic's cutting out now.
Oh, good.
The Tut Hill Ghost does not want us talking about this shit.
That's something I gotta
you're
bring
back.
up in a minute here
Am I
too.
back? Did I lose it?
Yeah,
I
you're
fucked
good.
something up.
It's like part of the show now. It's like a character.
We can cut it out.
So one of the other things was that later your dad told Jimmy, and then Jimmy told me that they found a bunch of bodies buried out in that area. Do you remember that?
Oh,
And again, it came from Jimmy. So,
Yeah,
and that's the hard
vaguely.
part is because. Now, I'm not saying Jimmy's lying, but
he said there was mounted dirt.
No, I believe that there were bodies out there. I don't know if anybody else.
That's believable with how creepy this house is.
I personally believe that there was something buried out there.
Yeah.
They gave enough spook to someone.
You remember
to get chased.
in that
Yeah,
time
yeah.
period? That time period.
You make it sound like it's like the 1950s.
was 40 years ago.
It was the 1950s.
It was in the 1900s.
Was it?
It was in the 1900s.
It was. Yeah, I guess it was.
years ago. But around that time period, it wasn't as built up out there.
No, there was.
And there was
fucking-
talk, and I'm doing air quotes, of cults being out there.
No, I'm pretty sure there
And
was a
Saint
cult
worship.
out there.
That's what I was thinking too. Is like the shit
You
that was
weren't
going on
chased.
there
It
was
definitely
like
was a
occult
cult.
situations.
I don't know. So like I got into after that period of time, like I got into some I started studying, witchcraft and then like
Demonology
occult
and
stuff and stuff. But there's not even if you get into Satanism and shit like that,
That's
they
not
don't
how it's
do
done.
shit that's not done like that.
Yeah, well, and,
so
like-
what would have been out there?
Yeah,
Killing
like a murder
things.
club.
Well, check this out.
The baby food, on the other hand, I think was because there were probably squatters living there.
Probably squatters.
was it
yeah.
Gerber?
What?
Was it Gerber?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It was
But if
Beechwood.
there was listening-
no,
It was
what is
40 years
It was
ago.
Beechnut.
Yeah, if there is a baby food company listening and you want to get some advertising
Yeah.
spots on here.
Gerber. when you need a snack in your devil
Hey,
house.
Similac.
But yeah, so I don't think that it would have been. I don't know what it could have been, but I do think that there were dead bodies out there.
Yeah.
Without a doubt in my mind.
See, like the thing about it is that we can definitely interpret it as like a ghost situation where some of it seemed very like supernatural and otherworldly, but it could also be explained away in another way that we just don't have a way of demonstrating right now.
Right, that's true. The other thing that's I find interesting about it is the fact that me and you remember the exact same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen each other literally for tonight for like 13 years.
Yeah.
Like
in a way, it's kind of like it.
Well, we've been
if more than one person has seen
corresponding,
something, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you guys don't have a reason to fucking bullshit
No.
our audience. Wink, wink. No, okay.
No.
No. But I'm
This
just
will make
saying
for
that
good radio.
I find that a little bit weird because obviously I wouldn't say that it was traumatizing, but it was pretty traumatizing.
Oh, yeah.
The fact
Stuck
that
in our mind.
15,
You
16-year-old
got chased by the
kids,
pillow people. The
and then
sheep
the
people
fact
came after
that
you.
the fact that the one truck chased us around the corner, and then there was another vehicle that was waiting that started coming up,
Yeah.
and got behind that one. So
And
there's
then-
two vehicles.
Do you remember when
And then-
when Jimmy and Bobby decided to go to that police station? And me and you were in the bed of the truck.
Yep.
What drove down the street?
The truck.
Yeah.
With the one with the chick, the
Your mic went out
the
now.
fucking chickens on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really need to get some chords.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we
They gave it all they got for the first few episodes.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Nope. Wait. Nope.
What do you think's causing it to cut out? Because it's not
It's the
the tape.
XLRs are shit.
You think?
They're shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a short in the probably. Need more tape.
Probably just take it and
Stack.
like, loop it around the top. This is so
Literally.
terrible. They grab the mic.
This makes it more authentic.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
This makes it more authentic. Yeah.
What you don't know is we're recording in the Tuttle House right now.
Right now.
Yeah. But now it's all built up out there. So
Yeah.
So funny side note, like a few miles down the road on Tut Hill is the Stardust Ranch, which we'll talk about in another episode here soon.
Probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, I don't know what to start to. I mean, I know what it is.
I didn't know about
Everybody
it.
at home,
Start talking
pause
about
this shit and go look it up.
Yeah.
It's just very
Okay.
funny that
it. First, pause, look up some porn, masturbate, clean yourself off.
Masturbate again.
Yeah,
Why do they have to
masturbate
clean
again.
themselves up?
Yeah.
Because
Or
that's
just rub it
that's
in.
bad hygiene.
if they do it
I mean-
enough, there won't be a lot, and then you
That's
know,
true. Kind of open
Although,
up.
I mean, you might clog your pores and get like, I don't know, zits on your belly.
Yeah, you might.
It might
And
be
then
good
you
for
think
their
you have
skin.
genital
Although
warts.
I think that there's women use semen to clean their skin, so I don't know
Yeah,
if you
see,
would get
I heard it's good for their skin.
if you would get pores.
Is it good for my skin?
Probably.
Let's find out. Guys, come on my face.
Let's do this in stereo. Ready?
We gotta test it.
In stereo.
Or pantomiming like you guys can see me jerking off a ghost cock.
We should get a fuck. What's the ASMR artist use the phones with the two ears? You know what I'm talking about? And it's like they whisper into it, but they can go ear to ear, and there's ears on it. We should use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we just bring
stereo.
Brian back on, Brian Tyson, and then use his ears like that.
Love
We love you, buddy. And we love them.
Speaking of Brian, so you said he still does music?
Yes.
Did he put out an album lately? Does it still rap? Does he sing? Does he?
He's doing rap.
jump
music.
I was on a couple of his. I was on like three of.
No, that wasn't you. They spelled their name different.
Oh yeah, he spelled my name incorrectly.
spell it?
He forgot. How did he spell it?
I don't-
He forgot the O.
Does he sell any units of them, or does it make money, or? What's
Oh.
going on?
I don't see any revenue for it, so
I'm not getting it.
I don't.
I got a bacon sandwich from it.
You produced it.
Yeah, well, some of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I sang on it and played the guitar on one of the songs. So
One song I'm very proud of. I don't know if it was from the last one or from like 2 albums ago. I don't know. But we both played like a
I like
dual
Riding
guitar
the
solo
Bullet.
on it.
Oh, that was
2 albums ago, I think.
what was the name of that song?
Sorry, Brian.
That's right.
That's
You
it.
spelled my
It's
name
the
wrong.
Jeopardy thong. Thong. I was going to say Jeopardy thong.
Jeopardy thong.
Yeah,
Your area is in jeopardy if you wear this thong.
this thong has been in Alex Trebek's crack for 13 years.
For 500.
Yeah,
500 for double.
Alex, for 500.
for double Jeopardy.
double Jeopardy.
So what else did you guys talk about with the Tuttle House?
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
we
Oh,
went
just
over
going-
that.
That was his ghost
Yeah.
story during the episode.
Yeah.
Do you remember the video recorder that you had that got knocked over and had like the
what?
whatever it was looking into the recorder?
People are going to think that guy heard the show.
Have you heard this? You haven't listened to the
No,
episode
because I
yet?
tell that. So the only two stories I have that are okay. I have a lot of interesting other stories, but the only good paranormal interesting stories
You
that
have
I
the UFO
have.
stories.
Are they all just centered around the shit that
The
happened? with
only
me?
stuff that I've ever had, the only UFO close to UFO story I had is that night that we were driving around and the black SUVs were out.
Yeah, and we saw that helipad.
Yeah.
That was fucking weird.
That was the only weird UFO
See, I think I was
government
confusing
story.
that with the Tut Hill. I thought it was all one.
No.
That's
No,
what I was
no,
talking about.
No.
No, because all we used to do when we were growing up was drive around.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
sure,
that
that's
just
what we did, too.
obviously because
Because me and Amber were just talking
because
about
now that
that
we're
too.
old, we didn't have cool shit like cell phones, and
Right.
the internet.
Amber had that Qualcomm cell
Phone.
phone.
yeah. So those are literally the only 3 interesting paranormal
well,
stories that I have.
Do you remember
Well,
So what he's saying is it's only going to be on one
I
episode.
know this is like a stretch.
so I've only made it through one episode, so
Yeah.
We'll have you back just to call bullshit.
I was gonna say
bullshit.
this is gonna be a stretch to see if you remember this. And I know I'm gonna give you a date, but you'll probably be like, I don't fucking know. But on March 13th, 1997, you and I were on the phone with each other, and I was like, Jeremy, I have to call you back. There's something weird right above my house.
I vaguely remember that, but not enough to know
Right.
what happened.
Well, because I just immediately hung up with you.
right,
It was the Phoenix Lights.
Yep.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, if you didn't get that, it's the same Jeremy in that one too.
same Jeremy, yeah.
Well, we have to clarify because we have a million Brians.
It's true. Well, 3.
I've only met one Brian, so.
Yeah. I know so many Brians.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives up. Does he live
Flagstaff?
up Flagstaff? He's a churchgoer or something.
Yeah,
now,
he's a
or
pastor.
Yeah.
He's married to Sarah.
Yeah. They
They had
ended up
kids.
getting married and having kids, and
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Who does those things?
I remember this one time me, him, and Jimmy were driving around in his car, and me and Jimmy were talking about the Lord of the Rings, and Jimmy had mentioned Bilbo, and Brian looks and he goes, Dildo? Who's Dildo? And I said, it's not mine. And he didn't get it, and Jimmy couldn't, like, he was trying not to laugh. And I'm like this 14-year-old me sitting in the back seat, and I'm like, it's not mine. Oh,
Remember the time that we got? Remember the first time that we got wasted off of the Jack Daniels?
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you fell on the drumstick.
yes.
You walked in the
and
room.
my dad comes in and he's like, are you guys drinking? I'm like, no, Dad, I'm sleeping. And then you and I were throwing up in the same
the
toilet at
whole
the same-
night.
But
Oh my God.
Remember the time that at one point you and I were throwing
No,
up
yeah,
in the same toilet
I know.
at the same time?
Same exact time.
Yeah. And then my mom was like, you know what would help is if you go and take a cold shower. So I stripped off all my clothes, my hair, door wide open, curtain wide open, me in the shower yelling, this isn't fucking working. And then
Thing ever.
yeah, and then we're sitting in the living room, and my dad still brings this up because he's like, Jeremy kept apologizing to us, and then Bobby's sitting next to me, and I've got a bucket in my lap, and I'm throwing up in it, going, fuck it, I'm never doing this again, fuck it. And my parents are very religious, and like, they don't swear, and we weren't supposed to be swearing around them. But also, we weren't probably supposed to be shit-faced drunk. So at this point, I didn't give any fucks. But Bobby's like, dude, your mom's right there. And I'm like, fuck it.
That is officially the fuck it bucket.
Yeah. And that was the night the next morning was the day I realized I don't get hangovers.
Yeah, and I was completely hungover.
Yeah. I
and
think you slept
I
until
hate-
like 3 in the
Yep.
afternoon.
I only had one, and I went to McDonald's, and it went away.
Yeah.
Egg McMuffs.
My dad, because he had to work,
Yeah.
he put the cordless phone, because I passed out on the couch, he put the cordless phone right next to my head and called me at like 6 in the morning. And I just answered the phone, I'm like, hello? And he was so mad that I wasn't hungover.
Yeah.
So,
So funny.
wanted you to pay.
yeah, well,
Yeah, that was some fun.
that's the Scottish
Yes.
in me that doesn't allow me to have hangovers, I guess.
You don't get buggered by alcohol. You bugger alcohol.
Scots don't get
don't.
hangovers?
I don't know. They drink a
Oh.
lot, so I don't know.
Maybe.
It's in the blood.
If
I
you
don't
are
know.
Scottish
I'm just,
and you get hangovers, let us know.
yeah, let
Give
us
us
know.
a call.
Let's discuss.
I don't think
Give us a
we have a call.
Call 1-800-867-5309.
And we'll make sure we have that number by the time you hear this episode.
Oh my God, didn't that number sell for like
A
for
lot of
$1
money.
million or something?
Yeah.
Ridiculous amount.
What do you remember
That's the
about
phone
that?
number on our website.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, there you go.
It is.
Oh.
It's actually 602-867-5309 is the number on our
Yeah,
website.
keep it real to our area code.
Yeah.
So what do you remember about the video camera story?
Because there was 2. I remember
So,
the one
The
time
only one I remember was when we left it, or you left it. I don't even know if I was there, but you left it on the counter.
yeah.
Because you had the island
Yeah.
in the house that was off of What was
It was on
that?
Roosevelt.
Was it No,
Yeah, it was the one on Roosevelt.
Yeah, it was the one
Yeah.
on Roosevelt, not the other one.
Yeah.
So when you were in the Roosevelt house, there was that little island that was in the middle of the kitchen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you had it set there.
Right.
And then
And it was, when we went back and watched it, there was
it.
all these little things picking around.
right. And then like there's one that comes to it, and then it just
That was actually a separate
not-
situation.
Okay, is that
So
what-
that was the time when I set the video camera on top of the TV, and I think you were with me. It was me, you, Jimmy, and
Right.
Tanya, And I
Right.
think Bobby was there. And we
Right.
went out back and we're drinking
Yes,
40s.
yes.
So we rewound, and I would talk about this on the podcast, but we rewound the tape to play it, and it takes like not even a second to rewind. And then when we go to hit play, you see this weird looking thing that kind of looks like it might have been a hand, and it bumps the camera. And
Right.
it shuts off.
Yeah, I remember that.
But there
Yes,
was a
yes,
separate
yes.
time.
But there's the other one. But
Where
I
you
thought
could-
that one knocked it off of the.
See, I just remember because it bumped.
I thought that the little white whatever the fuck they were,
Whatever it was.
like come up. Maybe it's not that they look into
came.
it.
yeah.
But it comes all over.
It comes
the
all
thing.
over the
over it.
screen. That's
Yeah.
why you can't see
Came
what the hell
over
it
and
is.
just knocked it off.
Yeah.
and it just knocked it over or knocked it off of the
power.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
No,
remember
yeah.
the white things. And
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
freaky as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was that one time when we were going back and we kept rewatching the video, and we kept seeing more and more little things popping up, like when we were paying attention to it. That was a separate video.
Oh, do you remember when? Oh no. Do you remember when you brought that? I think it was I don't know.
4-track.
The 4-track to the townhouse with my mom.
Yes.
And we recorded one of the songs, and then there's the voices or whatever that are.
I don't.
In the-
Okay. Well, actually, I think one of the times I came over to record, it was for the pre-Caterwall
Do you
album.
remember the
Yeah.
Little Baby Joey song?
Yes.
The impromptu song?
Was it during that session?
It was during that session.
Okay, so what it was
And we
is it
had
was
like
a mini disc
second-
player.
Wasn't Jessica over there for
We
like
had
a
like
bit?
Yes.
yeah, and we had like a second.
Maybe
we
I
had
shouldn't
like
say her last name. Let's cut that out.
Who cares?
I don't care.
She was going to do a cosplay podcast with me, but then I don't know what the fuck happened. I even bought the domain name and everything for the website.
that
So if
hurt
she
my
is
shoulder.
listening to this, we should do. No, she doesn't know me, but we should do it.
That hurt my shoulder.
And by do it, I mean watch the makeup podcast.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Pulled a muscle in my shoulder, taking off my jacket. I'm old.
That's right. I put on my backpack the other day and threw out my back. I had to go to the chiropractor.
I don't have a back
Yeah,
anymore.
but what is this
I
thing
just
called?
don't
My
have a back.
I don't fucking
my
know. I'm not
trap,
a doctor.
my lat, my
A bone.
no, that's
A
not a bone. That's a
muscle.
muscle.
A muscle.
Oh, that
It's
feels
your
good.
trapezoid?
It's a part of the
Trapezoid?
such and such
I thought a
muscle
trapezoid
group,
was a
and-
shape.
It is.
I'm not good at
I
geography.
think it is a trapezoid. Is a shape.
Yeah, so that session.
You're right. Right. So in
You
that
know what's
session-
weird about
'cause
that?
We did
I
like
thought
we
something
had
had happened there.
We had a song called.
It was with the mini disc player.
Yes,
By the way,
yes,
it was a
yes,
mixer
it was
and a mini disc player.
Yes, yes.
So we're
It
like, you
wasn't
guys
that
have got to
one.
get
It
it
wasn't
right.
that one,
We're like,
though.
fuck that. That's tape. We can get
Yeah.
multiple tracks on it, but
Yeah.
no, I'd rather do it live on
Because
a,
then after
in
we
digital.
did that, I went and bought a mini disc player so I could listen
Yes.
to the thing. So I remember that. It was a little bright blue mini disc.
But what do we get? Because okay, now that you're saying that, it kind of makes me feel like something did happen during that session.
Well, I don't know if anything happened. There was just voices in the back because we made the song. So there's a song that we had off that Caterwall wrote, that me and you wrote, that was about something with angels or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And then
or
with
it was probably about heroin use.
yeah, it was.
We
Yes,
had no idea about that stuff.
Nothing
but-
about it, but we wrote a lot of songs about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, we had a sequel to one of those songs because in that time, in that era, there were lots of sequels to songs for some reason.
Yeah.
So we had to make a sequel to a song.
It was a very 90s band.
Yeah. So we made a sequel to that song or a prequel to that song, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I remember you had a can that you would shake
Yes.
during that song.
Yeah.
And so we were trying to figure out if it had to do with the shaking or if there was some other
Yes,
voice that
I
was in it.
remember.
And there we decided there were voices there.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what the fuck it was.
Do you remember?
That's true.
Because I talked about this too on the podcast. But do you remember that? Because remember in that house on Roosevelt, I had the upright piano, which I still have. I was playing and I recorded it, and then like when at one point in the recording, there's that like weird German voice yelling.
That's where Charlie got young Charlie got his first EVP.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Chuck now. I go by Chuck now.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about that too.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
you-
I
you
swear
remember-
when I was
Yes.
growing up, you hated being called Chuck.
Yes, I did.
Right?
So
I
what
called him Charlie recently. He's all, you just called me Charlie.
So
Yeah.
what happened? What is that?
Adulthood.
Honestly, working at call centers for like 10 years, it's just easier to say.
They thought he was Asian. He was a Charlie.
Yeah, I just this is Chuck.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than this is Charlie or Charles.
So does Amber and everybody call you Chuck now, or no? Still,
Just
yeah,
everybody
Whatever.
else.
that's weird.
You can call me Charlie. I don't care. My sister calls me all sorts of like
Bad words
charbroil.
like
And,
you fuck.
no, she doesn't swear.
Shit. She swears at you with non-swear words.
She does. Well, that was so funny too. I don't know if you remember this about my dad, but he would get so mad if we would say like frickin', but he would say gall darn it all the time, and like I was like, Dad, do you not realize you're doing the same thing? Like it's just a substitute
It's the
word for
meaning.
same swearing. But yeah.
So does Jimmy and Ricky still fuck?
I don't know. Probably. Yeah. 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 But yeah. Do you and your mom still talk?
Yeah.
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 Your mom's cool.
Yeah, she's cool.
She was really cool. She gave us like rides places when we were
Yeah, she's really cool.
She let me
not driving.
sleep at your house a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
Slept at your house a lot too.
Yeah.
When he was wayward Chuck, wayward Charlie.
That night we
Charlie.
got drunk. He passed out on a pile of clothes, and my dad was worried that you were gonna asphyxiate
Ate on the clothes.
because you couldn't turn.
Oh right.
So you thought you were gonna choke yourself on your own vomit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny.
Funny. So,
Oh, and also that same night, do you remember the cigars? Those Garcia Vega cigars that Bobby had?
oh yeah.
Oh, well,
Ugh. Fuck those.
But, yeah.
Fuck that.
smoked them anyway. But we were drunk off our ass. Also, the same night, the guy across the street, I introduced myself to him like 5 times in a row.
I remember that.
Hi, he interrupts you. Your name is Charlie.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, hi,
know,
I'm
right?
Charlie. I live across the street. I play the drums. And then I turn and I just do it over
Don't
and I'm
forget.
like, oh, I was so drunk. But I was 15 and 105 pounds.
Do you still hang out with that? Fucking I
Probably
forgot his
not.
name. Yeah,
I'm kidding. No, but yeah, it was her.
I don't know if I remember his name. Fuck. He like right after we started hanging out with you, you like reconnected with him, and you had like a club when you guys were in high school.
A club?
A club.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. You had a club in high school.
Was Debbie? It might have been those guys.
There was a guy, and then his girlfriend you were friends with too.
Yes, that was him.
Yeah.
Yes, when you guys were working at the movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
You're talking
yes.
about
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
When I
still
was
hang out
So
with him?
yeah, oh no, not anymore. So he was the guy that we all piled in the car and went back there in the middle of the day because we're like, let's just
Yeah.
fucking hurry up and go check this out. And there was some guy out there.
He was also the guy that while I was working at the movie theater, I was working a box office. He came up to the box office window and wanted to sell me a pistol.
Yep. And you were staying with me at the time.
Yep.
And then my mom came up right after that.
Yep.
It was like, why is this guy bothering you at work? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
if you're listening to the podcast, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't want to buy a gun still.
No.
Yeah.
At least not off the street. Yeah. Or in box office.
But if you have an XLR cable,
That would
Yeah.
be fantastic.
we'll buy that
That
shit
How bad does it like? Is it pretty?
every now and then.
Yeah. But does like cut your entire voice out?
No, I'm
is
picked
it
up on the
just-
other 2 mics in the room.
So yeah, you're still there.
We can fix it.
I've just grown to
We'll
consider
fix it in post.
It's a character on the show now of the past 3 episodes.
So what made you guys want to do a podcast about paranormal stuff? Like what? How did that transpire? Like how did that
Just-
conversation go? That
honestly,
said, hey, let's do a podcast about.
We're
this?
actually going to release it as like a short, like a special, like a, what would you call it? Just like a bonus episode.
about.
It's actually the
that
first time.
conversation.
Our first experience sitting down and just talking. And we're like, we can make a podcast just doing this. It was me, him, and Brian. Not the 2 Brians that were already here, but the Brian that should be here soon. Maybe the next couple
we'll just
of episodes.
kidnap him.
Yeah, I might have to just drive to his house and grab him and be like,
Is this the drummer, Brian?
yeah, the drummer Brian. The little drummer boy.
Harmonica Brian.
Yeah, harmonica Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a set of harmonicas and he played them during one of our recording sessions. It was funny.
Was he good at them?
He was new.
He was alright.
He just started. He was good for just starting.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't John Popper.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I forget.
That hook didn't
So
bring
then
you
I
back.
suppose that you're not going.
What?
That hook didn't bring you back.
No. So what got us to want to do this is, that we were just sitting around after a party one night, and
we have conversations like this all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
So, and like, I'm skeptical about stuff. Like when I was younger, I thought, like, I'm sure you remember, I was like, it's definitely a ghost, right?
Yeah.
We were definitely convinced that we were that house on Roosevelt.
is
was
one-
haunted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
shape,
house on
ghost.
Roosevelt had ghosts in it,
Yeah.
or something. Some shit.
Yeah.
Something was
maybe
there.
like there was like a tear in like an interdimensional
Yeah.
thing or wormhole or something, and like weird things came through, but fucking weird shit happened there, and like I know that, like I can look back on it and be like, yeah, I didn't make that shit up, and you're here to corroborate that you saw it too. So it's weird shit that's happened, but hey,
We don't want to give it the
not like-
generic answer and
yeah,
and
I
give
don't
up
wanna
on
be
trying
like,
to figure out what the hell
definitely
it really
a
was.
ghost, but something happened. So that's kind of our stance, then where we're taking it. the way we're looking at it and discussing it is that we know that not everybody who says I saw a ghost is crazy, or I saw an alien or a UFO is crazy, because we've experienced shit. But I don't.
And we even have some evidence, as you can see on our Facebook.
Okay, so my thing about ghosts, though,
Let's hear it.
my problem with ghosts is that I don't necessarily. Let's say I
How do you
believe-
define ghost?
Well, no. So let's say I believe in ghosts. But what bothers me about ghosts is I feel like ghosts get superpowers.
Yes.
Right.
After they, how the fuck would you get a superpower?
Yeah.
Like you, why are you able to do
Right.
more stuff?
Right.
As a ghost,
Like, why can't I fly?
Because you don't have a physical form holding you down.
Well,
but,
yeah,
I mean,
but
that's,
okay,
but that doesn't explain
maybe
everything.
the flying part,
Yeah,
fine,
exactly.
because let's say your soul floats.
Yeah.
You can move around as a soul, but like being able to like, I don't
Harm
know,
others?
harm others, cause crazy shit to happen,
Yeah.
create vortexes, have lasers shoot out of your eye. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like any type of weird ghost shit.
Yeah.
That's what's always it's just a fucking ghost.
Right.
So then why would you be scared of it?
Right.
So to me, the things that you're scared of are either a ghost trying to scare you,
Right.
or it's something else.
Right.
And that's what my
Sometimes
problem
it's
is with
psychological
ghosts.
too. It's just
Yeah.
people
Or
could
it's
be creating.
psychological too.
Yeah.
Who's to say that you aren't? Some people aren't creating
But I
some
don't
of the
think
phenomena.
that Jeremy and I had a collective hallucination.
No, definitely.
So-
I mean, well,
No, there's no
you know.
way we couldn't have had
Yeah.
collective. Plus, the one that happened in Tut Hill was probably just people that were doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that wasn't.
But
I
there
mean,
was also weird shit happening though.
that is weird.
too.
shit.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
like the white lady thingy dancing in the,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
that
yard.
was
like,
weird.
Maybe it was like again I was saying before on the podcast is maybe it was like where we were standing and the light from the moon or the street lights or whatever coming through the trees and it looked like that and it was just something that we both visually saw as looking like that. Like if you look up at the clouds and say, hey look, it looks like a dog, and then somebody else looks at it and says, okay, I've just been mentally subjected to see a dog.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
one
yeah.
of us said, "Hey, look, there's some weird lady dancing in the yard," and
Now
we
people see
it.
the words, but
So
but I also think too that if we give rise to the fact that there's a ghost,
Mm-hmm.
or if we say that we believe in ghosts, then does that supposes that we have an afterlife? And
Mm-hmm.
then if we suppose that we have an afterlife, then is it okay for all of the three? Well, I don't know if you are, but is it okay for me and you to be atheists?
right.
And you're
agnostic.
agnostic, right? Yeah,
Well,
so
again,
you don't
though,
know.
like-
but can you be an atheist and still believe in an afterlife?
And that's the thing is that's why I don't personally think that it's dead, like
Like it's a dead
people.
But then,
But-
if it.
But if it is like, well, then if we can definitively prove that this is this
Disembodied
used to be a dead, or this used to be a living person, and now it's a dead spirit or whatever walking the earth, and we can prove it without any doubt, then that would change my perspective on the afterlife.
But right now, we
what I
we
mean?
look at it as we hate using the term ghost, but it's a generic term that people understand. But at the same time, it's like we don't want people thinking that we specifically mean one thing by saying ghost.
Yeah, because I mean,
That-
we
that
could
makes
mean like it could be, like you were saying, like
Interdimensional being. What
I
if?
said that.
What you said that? Well, he said that too.
Did you say
We
that?
all said it at some point.
I don't know.
No. I mean, I would. I don't know if I said it, but I agree with it.
Right.
That it could be an
It could-
interdimensional.
I think you're starting to go there.
Yeah.
yeah, because that would be my next thing. Is if we have different dimensions and if we have
Yeah.
different universes, can those dimensions and universes bleed together?
Yeah.
And if they bleed
could be.
together, is that possibly what's happening?
And who's to say that?
That's probably, in my opinion, that's probably more likely
that would be my opinion too.
than
That's my opinion.
A disembodied
not Charles'
ghost.
opinion.
Yeah, it's his opinion.
I'm going to force my opinion on all of you. Well, with very specific EVP sessions and spirit box sessions, who's to say it's not an
Box.
interdimensional box? Well, we're not talking about the box now. It comes up every episode. But who's to say it's not an interdimensional being that
fucking with the
has
shit.
a way of knowing your life story and can act like it's so and so who passed away in your life?
Well, I mean, there are already proven charlatans that can go around and like cold read people and
Oh yeah.
pretend to be psychics and glean all of this information.
Looking at you,
from,
Edward.
You know, specific questions that they ask and leading the basically leading the witness.
Well, that's leading the witness.
Yeah.
But if something knows everything about you without leading you,
Yeah.
then
Because there have been
it
some
could know
specific,
it knows everything.
very
about you.
specific.
So here's an
EVP
idea of what
sessions
it
that
could
people
be: is that for those interdimensional beings, we are basically like a soap opera that they're watching,
Yeah.
and we're their favorite character. and they're like, I know everything about this character. I've been watching you since, a million years ago or whatever, and I can recite all of your stats and all of this shit.
But if that could be a possibility.
I'm just joking. I mean,
no. But what I'm saying is, if that was a possibility, then don't you think that those beings would try to interact with us in a more meaningful way than trying to scare us?
We could just be a means of passing the time to them. I mean, it could be just out of boredom.
Bottled water.
Would you like another water, sir?
Yeah.
Well,
There's no
to let
alcohol
you know,
in it, but
at this moment in time, I have to tell you, I'm at my breaking point.
And we're back.
We are back.
And we're back.
I have ES penis. I think Chuck is gonna ask for forgiveness for that.
For what?
I'm really. I have to apologize for
Every
that
time.
outburst.
Yeah, he always apologizes. You're forgiven again.
Jeremy, I'm going to apologize to you this time because you haven't experienced me at my breaking point yet.
He hasn't experienced ES penis.
I kind of experienced it.
Yeah.
ES penis?
No. No.
ESPN.
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 So the Happy Bowl.
Happy food.
Happy Food, which had Happy Bowls.
We were
They
talking
had
about
Happy Bowls.
food.
It was, there's a Harkins Theater.
We're not stoners.
It's not anymore. Now it's like a
Well, yeah, now
fitness
it's like
place.
a fitness fucking place. So, anyway.
Yeah.
So you have the Harkins Theater here, and then across, just like right across.
How do I not remember
where
this?
that swap meet is.
Jeremy was just pantomiming fingering somebody. He's like, two chicks at the
doing
same time.
The Sufi.
The Sufi.
Thank you for the Sufi.
No,
Cook.
see,
He didn't literally give me the
you
Sufi.
had
You
to
had
have
to
been
have been
there.
there. I mean, it was right down the street from Brian's house.
It's literally right down the street.
How did I not? Okay, the boomerang.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, that's
Bar.
so. Yeah, but that was by the Harkins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which doesn't make sense. How do I know? Yeah.
Yeah, how do you know everything that's
the
around
meth
there,
bar.
but
The
the
fucking
Happy
meth bar.
Food that's still there? Where
That's still
none
there.
Of the other
And
stuff
Let's
is
go there.
Cheap,
Yeah.
horrible,
Oh my God, it was
awesome
so
Chinese food.
Fucking good.
Oh my god, the cashew chicken.
Oh my God, the cashew. I'm so fucking hungry.
I know. I could go there right now, but they're
Oh my
closed. I
God.
bet. Oh, well.
But yeah,
But yeah. I was gonna say you remember when we went to Trevor Brown and I ditched a lot and I got you the Happy Food, but then
Yeah.
we just talked about that. But no, when we would we would just not go to some of our classes and spend like
yeah. So when
time in the band room.
when I ended up dropping out of high school, the reason why I dropped out of high school was because the counselor
We all dropped out.
told
by the
me
way.
that it would be better for me to drop out and get a GED rather than finish because I'd have to be a second or possibly third year senior
Yeah.
because of how much we never went to school.
Yeah, no, we were at school, but we would leave.
Never went to classes.
Yeah. I actually missed so much school when I went to Trevor Brown that I had to go to court for truancy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at one point I had to go into school on Saturday to clean up the school.
Yep.
That was fun.
And he was truant for that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. So good.
good times. Good times. You remember the solutions? Yeah.
I don't talk to any of them anymore. Do you
Yeah.
guys ever talk
No.
to any of them
No,
anymore?
I wouldn't even know how to
I came
find them.
across a
Because I don't remember
cleaned up
Rance's
version
actual
I did
real
of that
name.
for
Me
you.
neither. What were you gonna say?
I came across a cleaned up version of that I did for you guys.
Yeah,
at some
I
point.
gave you a copy of it to clean up and work with. Yeah. I think I still have it. They held my drumstick
I don't even.
hostage.
Oh my God, I remember that too.
Yeah,
They're fucking dicks.
yeah.
What a bunch of fucks.
They would
You hear
drink
that?
warm
Solutions. The solution
Bastards.
I know.
Fuck
is
them.
stop being dicks.
Fuck them. And
I
their
mean,
warm
no matter
beer.
what else they did,
that
those
warm
fuckers
beer
drank
was
warm
the
beer.
Fucking worst.
I remember one time we were doing we had band practice and I don't know where I got it, but I had found a firecracker. And we're in this tiny little bedroom with like all like shit like on the walls for soundproofing, which was like an old mattress and other shit. And I'm
Which
behind
actually, mattresses were pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
but there was like one.
yeah.
Did it have
Yeah.
a cum stain on it?
No, I don't know.
Pee stain?
But
Shit stain?
I found this firecracker and everybody's setting up from like a break. We went and smoked or whatever, and then we came back in and I sit down behind the drums and I light the firecracker and I just threw it up in the air and went bah really loud. They were mad at me.
Of course they were.
I mean, not surprising.
But why were they holding your drum? I remember.
Because of that recording. They set all of that up in motion before I was even a member of the band to record at that place. And we went and recorded it. And then I quit the band. And they felt that I owed them money for the
Got
recording.
it. I remember.
So I had to scratch together like $150 to get my drum set back.
It was just so everyone knows, back in the late 90s,
Yeah, it was a lot of
$150
money.
was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, especially for a 16.
How much did we pay to do the Caterwaul album? $300?
I thought it was $4.
It might have been $400. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And we
Yeah.
scraped that together.
Yeah.
And recorded.
It
That was so much fun though. Like the just coming up with like the little end, like the us
ending?
talking at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end. Like, that was so stupid. But it was fun.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good times.
Do you still have all of your albums when you were
fuck.
a rapper?
Oh, fuck.
I have.
He
all-
brought this up before,
Yeah,
too.
I have all. Of it. I have all.
I like
the
to
tapes.
forget that era.
Why?
I like all the shit that came after that.
Yeah. When you started playing
Much
guitar
more.
and shit.
Yeah. I was a keyboardist and a drum machinist
Yeah.
for a long time, and then I was like, fuck, I'll try
So
guitar.
was Trent Reznor. So
I didn't want to try guitar because everybody was a righty and I was a lefty, and I was like, I'm gonna have to pay more to get. No, I just learned like a righty and said, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think you have to pay more, do you?
Well, the guitars are more expensive unless
Yeah.
you flip it, and then
They are?
yeah, they are. Isn't that fucked up?
to get it specifically because they don't.
Life of a lefty.
Well, some of them are made, because can't you just call musicians for like left-handed guitars
Yes,
and they're...
and they cost more.
Do they really?
more,
Those
yeah.
bastards.
I've never paid attention
Yeah.
to it.
And if,
Not
and if you,
left-handed.
I know, I've never...
and when you convert
Fuck
your
those lefties. I don't care.
Fuck them.
those devil-handed bastards.
You can just play like Jimi Hendrix, where he didn't he not?
He flipped his
change-
He just
guitar
flipped
over.
the guitar over.
But everybody thinks it's that easy. Just restring all that, but you have to
It's
change
not.
the nut and everything.
But I
Yeah.
thought he didn't even change the string settings. They
No,
were still
I think
low
I think he
to
changed.
high.
No. He
No?
he
He
said
did.
it. He
He
said
did
it.
change
a
it?
little- Yeah. He,
Okay.
He went,
There's
went-
people that
Yeah.
seek that sound actually
Because he-
the different length. If you have a low E string going a different length, it's going to
Yeah.
produce a different tone and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
But this isn't a music show.
He also got good with his.
We are
thumb.
musicians.
He would play the low E
Oh,
with his
yeah.
thumb.
I mastered that, but I still do bar chords too. I mean, I just
Yeah.
make it interesting.
I just have calluses.
I don't even think I haven't since I started doing all these businesses. I stopped writing because I was working on an album, and my calluses are gone. That's gonna fucking hurt.
Oh, I
Fucking phosphorus strings or
I still
bronze
have the
strings.
callus from when we did the intro song.
yes, bass guitar.
I played that bass.
If you're not playing regularly,
I'm like, we got to get this
bass
recorded
fucks you
now
up.
because I
Although
can't
they-
play this bass anymore.
They come back pretty
Yeah.
Quickly.
easy, so it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
really that big of a deal.
So we were talking about paranormal shit.
We were
Yes.
and just went on
Yeah.
a music.
We
do
go on
that.
all kinds of
That's
tangents.
right.
We're not musicians.
yeah,
It's a musician.
it was
What was that?
a tangento
Yeah.
tangerine.
Do you have a studio in your house too, or no? Because you have a lot of children.
I still have all of my equipment.
I was
It's just
going
not
to say I
set
still
up.
have all of my children.
I have all of my children. No, like my most recent child pushed me out of my recording area. It was set up in a bedroom because I have a 5-bedroom house, but I also now have 4 kids.
I don't
So-
quite call this the studio. It's the kid room.
Underground bunker.
It's the tortoise room.
the tortoise room.
Although
As
I have a hamster in my room.
Yeah,
I don't really.
Yeah.
Is it like music?
Well, we also usually have Eeyore in
Yeah, I
here.
guess. She doesn't like my dog,
Who doesn't like your dog?
my hamster.
Oh, yeah. Do
Well, it likes one of the dogs.
the hamster like
One of you's got to go.
try to fight the dog?
No, well, so she'll come up close to the cage because Kylo gets angry at her, and then Kylo will attack the cage, and she'll just back up and just stare at him, and then
Yeah.
try to rile him up.
It's
But
like-
although
is it-
one day she got out,
Is your hamster like Rhino from Bolt? No.
so
all
but
fierce?
one day she got out, and I just hear this weird squeaking sound. I'm like, what's that
shit.
weird screaming, like a scream? And I turn over, and I
You
just
stepped
hear,
on a pixie.
And right,
Ghosts!
yeah, that kind. So I just see her fly up in the air.
Oh, shit.
And then Kylo catches her with his mouth.
Holy
and then she's
fuck.
just like playing with her.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like biting hard on her, but she was. And then when he caught her, she just started screaming, and she wouldn't come out of her cage for like 2
Oh,
weeks.
good God! Imagine something
And now
that
she's
much
fine.
bigger than you doing that to you,
no,
right?
it's fucking scary as shit. yeah.
Although with us
terrible.
we'd be breaking bones, but
Yeah. But she was fine. Now she's fine, and now
yeah.
she goes
Shit.
back to fucking with him and
Well, okay.
everything. And she comes to me, but
Yeah.
so the reason why I got the hamsters was because I wanted to get capybaras, and so Danielle was all
giant
like-
rats.
Yeah, Danielle was like, you need to learn how to take care of something that's smaller. So I was like, oh, I'll buy a hamster, but I'll never buy a hamster again.
at some
They're
point
so-
you're going to move up to a chupacabra.
Yeah.
God. but the hamsters though, like I don't know if it's because it's a woman, because Danielle said she used to have a male hamster when she was growing up, and
And then bastards are
and
amazing.
she loved the male hamsters, and every female hamster she's been around has been a bitch. And so, like, her brother had a female hamster, she was a bitch. I have my female hamster, she's a bitch.
I have a
I
funny
should just
hamster
start calling
story.
women at my work female hamsters.
you know
female
what, you
hamster!
fucking female hamster.
You hamster!
I have a fun story about a hamster that my dad told me, but this is probably gonna piss off PETA. But he was at his friend's house, and she had a hamster, and he had a little pillow on his lap, and the hamster was sitting on the pillow, and he slapped his hands down on the sides of the pillow, and it flew up, right? And it landed down, and then he did it harder, and the hamster hit the ceiling fan.
I'm assuming it.
It's all fun and games.
Yeah, it was no longer with us.
It's all fun and games until shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny
Literally.
enough that the hamster's name was Shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it really?
No. This is my hamster Shit. I actually knew some.
Comparatively, it looked like shit when it hit the floor and hit the wall. And it
Like a
landed in multiple
fucking,
spaces.
like, if you had like really bad ulcers, it looked like shit because of all the blood.
Yeah.
My
Chirp,
God.
chirp, chirp, chirp.
Hemorrhoids.
Oh, fun.
Bloody farts.
Okay, so aliens, ghosts.
Aliens.
What are we
Let's
doing?
move on to,
We can talk about.
yeah, let's talk about the aliens.
I don't have any alien.
aliens. Well, let's
there's
do
that
the
one.
rest.
I didn't talk about that one.
Well, it wasn't really. We didn't.
They deported
contact
that one.
Aliens.
They deported that one.
But didn't we see the weird lights in the sky, and they were driving around trying to chase it? And that's when we saw the.
Yes.
That would be.
Yeah.
Well, because we were driving around trying to chase it.
Yeah.
And I think we ran into them. Well, not like ran
Yeah.
into them, but
We
Crossed
encountered
paths.
the black
Government
SUVs.
black
and
SUVs.
There was like this weird helipad like in the middle of nowhere.
yeah. But they
So-
could have been testing something else.
They could have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were like literally. I mean, Luke Air Force Base was like right
The
up the road.
TR3B.
Like
What did
a
it
couple
look
miles.
like? Other than a light.
It looked like a
SUVs
a
were-
bar.
A bar?
Like, it was just like this straight bar.
You know what?
with
That's
lights on
that's
it.
a common UFO too.
Yeah.
Actually.
So- But another thing that I thought it could have been was a crop duster because it was dark.
See, and I thought it might have been a crop duster
but
too.
we didn't hear any engine.
But the reason
Or a
why,
well lit giant dildo.
Yeah.
even if it was the dildo, why would black SUVs be
Yeah,
driving around?
that's true.
That's the only thing. Because so when we originally saw it, I was like, oh, maybe it's just a crop duster. But then when we contacted the 2 or 3 or whatever,
That
one
was
or
two,
two,
I think.
two black SUVs, that's when I was like, okay, well, this is a little strange. Like, why are there 2 black SUVs out? It was like 2.
Was that the same
Was it
night that we
late?
got pulled over by that?
That was the same night that we
Okay.
got pulled over for
Quote
stopping
unquote
at the stop sign.
running a stop sign. Yeah, I stopped
was-
at the stop sign and I look back at, well, I look at Jeremy and I look at my now wife Amber in the back seat and I was like, should we go left or right? And do you remember that one time when it was a left and it took us all the way to Payson?
Yes.
That's another
What the
story.
fuck?
Yeah. Well, we were just young and driving
the
around.
left didn't actually take us to Payson. We
The
just
idea,
went left.
the idea to go
and
left
we
took us onto the
ended
87, and we're like,
No,
ah,
you
well, fuck it,
fucking.
we'll just take the
You
87.
guys fucking left.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
left.
Yeah.
We got pie.
We had Denny's pie.
Yeah. But anyway, so this time we're like, which direction? I was like, which direction should I turn, left or right? And so we decided to go right. And I turned right, and we didn't even get that far down the
No,
road.
and you
I
just got stopped.
Immediately got pulled over, and they're like, well, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, honestly,
You
no.
asshole.
Yeah. He's like, because you ran
Quota.
that stop sign back there. And I'm like, I'm not going to argue with
It's
this
the end of the
cop in the
month.
middle of the night when all of us are under 18.
Right.
And neither you and I had our permits, and should not have been
No,
driving.
I think we had our permits
Do you think
by then.
was this the time? Was this,
I don't think we had driver's licenses.
Yeah, we didn't have licenses, but there was. I mean, most of the
Well,
time.
no, there was a lot of times that we
were driving
drove
around
with them,
without
but I think
any-
that night we had our permits and
Yeah.
we were okay because Amber was in the car and she had a driver's license.
Right.
Aha.
So that was good. Yeah. But he stole my cigarettes.
Bitch.
Fucking asshole.
That bitch.
But
Remember that?
I honestly remember.
smoke shop up the street from my house.
That
that
hamster.
yeah. Sell cigarettes.
Yeah, I do. Remember that song that we came up with when we bought? We went to get cigarettes with Kurt had driven us in his truck,
yeah.
and we were coming back because we had scrounged for change, right?
Yeah.
So we came up with the song. It was 300 pennies and a dime will buy us a pack of smokes. We smoke all day, and then we start to choke.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Because the cigarettes literally came out with
vividly
so memorable.
remember.
I do. But because it was the exact amount with tax for a pack of cigarettes at that time was $3.10.
And what are they right now?
for one pack of the
That's my
Marlboro
wife.
Reds,
Not the good price of the 90s.
like $10.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
My
Close to
wife's
$10.
gotta stop fucking smoking. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, the cigarettes I smoke now
take
are
up smoking so I can smoke them with her if we're paying for it.
right. Share the load.
He said, "Share the load."
So what do you, when people see the long strip of lights, like, do they think that's a ship? Or?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a type of UFO.
Yeah, there's many different types of and shapes and sizes. And
I'm not saying it's not,
I mean, it literally could have
but
just
I'm
been
thinking it's a well-lit giant dildo that flies.
So my
The dildo with wings that we were talking about.
It wasn't like here's a cigar-shaped thing and it's flying like
That's
this.
just the lights on this thing.
It was no. So like if you imagine like
No, I know that with you, but I was just referencing the fact that Adam said that it was that was a comment.
oh okay
It's just the lights are in a row.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't flying like here's one end of the cylinder and here's another end of the cylinder and this end of the cylinder is moving.
Right. No.
It would probably make more sense if it went like the line was going this way. And you guys can't see this at home.
No. It's like
You can imagine it.
you can
Yes.
imagine. Like say
line.
like
It's flying skinny, not fat.
right. No, it was flying fat.
It wasn't?
Yeah, so like
What
if you
the
were
fuck?
to say like
Yeah, it probably was a crop duster.
It was
like
flying well, that's why we thought it was a crop duster.
Let's look at it this way.
Making crop circles with the crop duster. Crop duster
Here's
dust.
a way that you can visually picture this. So say I'm wearing like a green suit, right? And I'm behind, and there's a green background behind me, and the only thing sticking out is my erect penis, and I start stepping
His
to the
bearded
right,
pepper.
right? And there are little lights on my dick, and I'm walking to the right, and then you remove all of the green. It's like flying like that. Make sense?
No.
Basically, it's a bearded.
Basically, it's
a bearded pepper on
penis
Christmas.
with lights.
Yeah.
With
It's a bearded
some red
pepper at
hair
Christmas.
on it.
Yeah. the fire crotch.
Jeremy doesn't know about the bearded pepper. Yet.
Oh,
what?
It pops up or comes out every episode.
Pops up. So a bearded pepper is, we've decided, a diseased penis.
Yeah.
More than likely one that has fucked a corpse.
And one can put a BB in.
Because it tapers, right? And it gets skinnier at the end because it's a bearded pepper. It looks like a pepper.
Like a sanded down pecker.
Yeah, so you put a BB in the urethra and then you jack off and it's a projectile weapon.
Yes.
So
And you call it the bearded pepper.
The bearded pepper, yes.
Yeah. It's a
enough.
mascot.
It doesn't manscape.
You guys should get a logo made for it.
Oh, I made one.
He made it.
There is a picture on our Facebook page. I will find it for you. While I'm finding this, Adam.
I'll make the sound effect of a bearded pepper shooting the BB.
You do that. No, I mean like just fill the dead air while I search. I mean with meaningful content.
Hold on, I'm reloading.
So my thing, okay, so I have two problems with aliens.
Okay.
One is, why do we assume that alien technology is better than ours?
Right?
So that's the first thing. That means that
How
it can
else would
get
they have
here.
gotten here?
That's what I'm saying. So we automatically assume that they have to already have better technology because they
Right.
got here.
Yeah.
But
My-
maybe they don't have better technology.
Maybe they were
and we're not actually seeing them.
Exactly.
Right. Well,
So
my
that's-
best explanation for that, because again, I think I brought this up with you. I'm not sure if we talked about it on the air.
You've seen
But
UFOs. I've
if-
seen
if-
UFOs, but who's to say they're really aliens?
We've got the International Space Station. We got satellites. We got all of this stuff out in space that would be able to detect things coming into our atmosphere.
Well, yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, instead of like maybe there's like a main, if it's an alien thing, if it's from out of this world, submersed colony or something, like underwater in the ocean, like that's their base and they can fly out from the ocean. Like
What he's saying is it's an SUV.
But then, okay, so then how? So then that also presupposes that they had better technology to begin with. How did they get under the water? How do we not? Okay, I can get how we cannot know that they're there because there's tons and tons of water that's probably not looked at or thought of or touched. Okay, but why are they there under the water?
Why not? Why are we here on the land?
Well, no, okay, well, we're here on the land because of that's just how everything evolved, but would they be part of us?
That's the bearded pepper.
so stupid.
Jeremy is seeing the bearded pepper.
Do you have something? Oh, I was like, what the
My
fuck?
headphones.
A noose.
That is the funniest fucking thing ever.
You like it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really good.
he's
Did
a
you
bearded
draw
pepper.
it?
We
Yeah.
spent an hour just saying, what does the bearded pepper look like?
Actually, I photoshopped that. The mouth and the eyes are mine.
So scroll back to some of the early pictures
So
on
Chuck
our
looks
Facebook.
like a penis.
Yeah.
a tapered, diseased
tapered,
one that
diseased
may or may
penis.
not have shot BBs and fucked a dead corpse.
Yeah.
Ba-ding!
Who knows? I fucked a living corpse.
What the fuck?
You said dead corpse.
Was it reanimated? I know that was kind of redundant.
I mean, I know in the previous episode I said dead corpse too, so.
Kind of like when the Cardinals were Phoenix Cardinals. They were a bird.
Yes.
A mythological bird, real bird.
The fire chicken.
From a state that doesn't have any cardinals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What
Would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me?
No.
Then me or you?
Depends on what version you're covering.
What tune it is.
Yeah.
What are you covering the cover? Are you covering the cover or the original?
I'm covering a song that hasn't been written yet.
Yeah, there you go.
And then if alien, why would they come here?
Right. Like, and why would they like?
So do you guys listen to
the ass probing? What's that all about?
Do you guys listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Podcast. He has Star Talk.
Star Talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in one of the episodes of Star Talk, I think they're doing a panel, and I'm obviously going to say it.
You gonna summarize?
He's gonna paraphrase and summarize.
Paraphrase
and-
is probably going to be wrong, but essentially the way if something.
Fuck. What's that? No, you're good.
Jeremy
It's
deGrasse Tyson.
Electric.
Huh? They just somebody.
Oh, did my thing fall?
It got limp. It's becoming a
We
bird
should
shepherd.
get a new microphone.
I'm a gaffer. I know. I need to fix that. I need to buy
In a ghetto.
Okay, so
I'll fix this.
if we
Chuck is literally taping the
Okay, so-
mic stand and the mic right now because
if
it's falling apart. We're falling apart.
the way that light travels,
Yes.
the nearest
Yeah, it's funny.
the nearest populated planet that could be out there, I guess, that's outside of our
Doesn't it start with a G and
galaxy or I don't know, solar system or galaxy. By the time that light travels there, they would have only seen like
Our past.
our past.
Yes.
Right.
Unless they have technology to get around that. I mean, I have this
So
theory.
there we go. We go back to this
They have better technology.
Position that they have better technology.
Exactly.
Shit.
You just made it worse.
I made it worse.
Some studios have better technology than us. It's very possible that there are many civilizations
idea.
out there that have lesser technology than us, and we're never going to hear from them because they're that far behind us. And
Solution.
And we're probably gonna-
fucking bolt it.
you look like an announcer at a fucking
All right.
boxing match.
Can you hear me?
On this side.
Yeah.
Can you hear me though?
Yes,
It's not making any weird
but
noise.
you don't hear me
right?
though. No,
We're good.
actually, yeah.
All right.
I don't think that this is how you should treat a guest.
Fuck you.
Look at this hospitality, the brutality.
You want to trade
No, I
mics?
don't give a
I'll
So
hold that
that
one.
goes
Yes.
back to the point that they automatically have to have that. Why are we not the
To
most,
get here.
Why are we not the most civilized?
I think some of our species thinks that we are.
You know what? Another thing that
Oh,
we
what is
kind
that? Oh my goodness.
We talked about.
It went. It's like a vacuum cleaner just came on. I think you created some kind of weird antenna.
Fucking shit. But
This
one of the
place
things
is
that we
going
came up
to
with
shit.
was possibly that maybe like a million years in the future, we develop technology that allows us to come back.
What he's saying is
And
they're time
it's
travelers, and they just evolved to look ugly with big heads and
Again, that could
lack
be.
of pigment and
But
big
why
eyes.
would we not interact?
to not fuck with the timeline.
There would have to be someone that
Yeah.
would go back to fuck with the timeline.
I would.
Or right, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Like if we have enough money in the future
Oh,
to
yeah.
come back in time, and I don't even know if I know that they can.
I think it would create parallel
I know that they
timelines.
can go. I think that they can. That we
We've
have
already
found
sent-
ways to go into the future.
sent a particle.
We can't. I don't think we can go back in time though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. There's
If you go
some
far
studies
enough
on it.
into the future, you end up in the past.
Maybe.
maybe.
What if that's
But-
the case?
It's an infinite loop.
Yes.
So okay, I'll say that I would feel more comfortable saying that it's us.
From
That
the-
we're
yeah, I mean, it makes
from
very
the-
possible.
It's
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make
or being
but,
from a
makes no sense at
parallel.
all.
but it doesn't make any sense. But if we're comparing it to all these other,
What if it's a parallel
I would say that
universe?
that would be.
So all they got to do is look at it as simple as like a radio station, like tuning slightly to the next station and just bleeding in. And that could account for some spirit activity, and then actual beings, alleged beings, coming over here. They
Why
just
do they
move into our.
Why do they look all weird and shit? Like
I don't know.
with the big eye.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Well, Well, they would look different because if we think
From the future, if it's an evolved form of us,
well, no, not if it's the future, but if it's a bleeding timeline.
Yeah.
If it comes from
Or not,
if it-
bleeding, like
I'm
a
sorry,
bleeding
not a bleeding
of
timeline,
universes.
a universe.
Yeah,
The
or
bleeding universe
dimensions.
or dimension. If it's a universe, then we would have to think that their species would have had to go through evolution based off of what created their species. So it's possible that they could look different than us.
Possibly, yeah.
That's what I think that would happen, because it would have to evolve to be however it would need to survive on
Exactly.
their
Because like
specific planet.
I'm not in any way saying that there's no life on other planets, but how we define life, like a tardigrade is life.
Yeah.
A fucking,
I think
We're always
an
looking
amoeba
out to the
is life.
cosmos for signs of life based on what we know
Right.
of life.
Life on another planet could be a gaseous form that
Exactly.
doesn't look like life to us.
Or an entity at such a high vibration we don't even see it. They can have a complete civilization there and it just looks like a fucking desert to us.
Yeah. But why would their homes be that high vibration?
Because they created it that way.
Okay.
Or they're there because that's what was there,
Yeah.
and that's how they had to create.
Yeah.
Like
That's the
evolve.
materials they
Yeah.
have there.
Yeah, some materials that they
Gotcha.
They have.
And then if
They try using the dirt around them to build mud huts and they can't see it.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, we're going southern again.
lost our homes.
I can't find. It's like when my 6-year-old is playing Minecraft and she walks too far away.
Where's
She's like,
mine?
where did
Where'd
it
I
go?
the,
But now I have to start over.
the levee broke. It got washed away.
Yeah.
Well, and I could be wrong about this, so any astronomers out there could totally beat my ass on this one. But look up in the night sky, the small neighborhood of the Milky Way galaxy that we can see, that is observable to us without any technology. We just go out there and look, even with light pollution.
I prefer the Three Musketeers galaxy.
Right, there you go.
I missed everything that happened. What?
I said I prefer the Three Musketeers galaxy.
I don't prefer my Galaxy S7.
I just like nougat.
But what were you going to say?
So they say, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong on the numbers, but 1 in 6 stars has not just a gas planet like Jupiter or Saturn, Uranus. I won't say the other. Uranus.
Gas
I had to say it, but an Earth-like planet.
Yeah.
That's where we're sitting at
Yeah.
right now. There's thousands and thousands of
There would
planets
have
out
to
there.
be.
There's got to be life
I
out
mean-
there, but I think we keep looking for life that's one similar to us or more advanced. They got to be more advanced than us.
Well, I think that we.
There could be a bunch of dumb creatures sitting on a planet and never even thinking about
I think
us.
that we
I think it's an ego thing.
Well, I think
Maybe.
that we figure
Living
we
planet.
have characteristics that constitute life, and so we're looking for those characteristics out there to say that
Well,
that's
what would be
life.
the constant out there? I mean, well, carbon would be one.
I have no idea.
Oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen,
Methadone.
clinic for recovering druggies
Yeah.
who may or may not relapse.
I actually meant methane.
First year, very hard. Relapse hard and smoke cat ashes. I don't know what that means.
What is
it's
that
getting late.
from?
I made it up.
He just.
I don't know. I'm getting weird. I get weird when it gets this late.
I know what time is it?
1:31. We've done worse with 3 something in the morning.
my
We
God,
kept our
yeah.
shit together, kind of.
Yeah.
If you can
But-
call it that.
But yeah, but I'm not saying that there's not life. I don't know if
What
there's
he's
something
saying
that
is
comes
he
here. I
is
think
Jeremy
what's going to end up happening is we're going
deGrasse
to
Tyson.
be what?
You're Jeremy deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah,
You sound like him right now. You're
are
going.
really?
Yes.
I think that we might be. I think at one point in time, with SpaceX trying to get to Mars and NASA trying to get to Mars and other people trying whatever.
How's that working out there for you, Starman?
I think
in the
that-
Tesla?
I think it would be cool if other people later on are having this conversation because of something that we went, like they saw us fly through
Right,
their
right.
planet.
No.
That would be the more
It's like
interesting thing
these
to
weird
me.
aliens sitting in a room having a podcast about us.
Podcast
fucking with
about
them.
us. That's something that I would look
Are we
forward to.
high right now? What was that conversation? Dude, this blew my mind.
And they're having the exact same
Speaking of lies.
conversation about what we're talking
exactly.
about
What
right
was
now.
her
That's-
name?
that's awesome.
What was her name? Rose? That one time, I was over. There's that park by your house, right? And
This is the townhouse, that
Yes.
little park.
Elosa
Yeah,
Park? Or the little tiny one?
No, that little tiny
yeah.
one.
what was her name? Was it Rose?
We'll just get
No,
rid of
it was Roxanne.
Roxanne. thank
Roxanne.
you. And she had that pipe, and I smoked some of her weed, and then I just walked out into the middle of the field, and then I hit the rewind button
Yep.
and walked
Back.
backwards, and just that was fun.
Yeah. Wonder
I
what
just
she's
derailed
doing.
that conversation.
I think she's married. I'm sure everybody's married and has kids.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not has kids, but married
Yeah.
at least.
Right.
I have dog children.
I have 2 dogs, 2 tortoises, and a hamster, and you have 4
What he's saying
You
is,
have 4 hamsters.
Yeah.
You have 4 tortoises.
I have 3 tortoises.
3 tortoises.
3 basset hounds. And what Jeremy's saying is he has a bitch.
yeah, right.
You hamster!
You hamster!
You dirty hamster!
You dirty female hamster!
Was it your
gotta
mother was a
snipe
hamster,
hamster.
and your father smelled of elderberries?
And his penis smelled of a hamster.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah,
I've been known to put my hamster in my bearded pepper in a hamster or 2.
ew.
It's not bestiality.
Maybe it is. Who knows?
We're
Maybe
talking
it's
about-
Maybelline.
You
If
should
it's
try
a
to
bitch.
we should try. You guys should try to find people that have said that they're abducted. So
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Well, you know what? Okay, I will go as far as to say is I've
That
had
you were
dreams.
abducted?
I've had dreams of what you would call grays. But I never went and had
Macy Gray?
Yeah, Macy Gray, exactly.
What was that song?
I've never
remember the song.
I never
I'm trying
considered
to
it
slip around the tip of my tongue. Go on.
real events, you know, or I never went to what do they call them, to have hypnosis done to see if it was anything.
Yeah.
So what happened in the dream?
Partially being chicken shit. Well, there was one dream I was like floating, and this is why I think it was just a fucking dream. Okay, within it, and it could be that was the typical alien gray head, like face to face with me, or it could have been like this like fetus face, because that's what I thought initially in the dream. I
Fetus
was like,
Face is
"There's
an
a
awesome name for a death metal band.
there's a
would be
fetus
really cool.
face."
That would be a really cool name for like what's that country? Iceland?
Yeah.
That loves death
Yes.
metal?
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be a cool Iceland death
Like
metal.
Ghost?
Viking
Yeah, a
metal.
band like Ghost, but
Yeah.
called Fetus Face.
Fetus face.
man.
We should definitely make a quote unquote band that's
Like a mock band.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
We'll
called,
have to-
oh, and we should do
an LP.
we should do a photo shoot
EP.
of us in death metal.
Oh, yes.
gear.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
We definitely got it.
So what happened in the dream? You got a fetus.
Fetus face. And so, well, when I
We
first
just have
woke
the same
up,
conversation again.
and that was it. It was
a death metal.
fetus face. Rock on, fetus face.
right.
So I was basically looking down on my neighborhood. So
Trey.
I was
Trace. Okay.
I was either in something or floating over my neighborhood.
Dirty.
Very very specific parts
Was
of my
your body
neighborhood.
paralyzed?
Now I'm getting to that one.
Okay.
So. But I could be sleep paralysis. I mean, a lot of these cases, I think it's
We have a
just
sleep paralysis is a common thing.
Yeah, it's very
Well, it's a common thing when you're doing astral projection or when you're having an out-of-body experience.
When you- boom, you come back.
I'm really
So,
good at asshole projection.
projecting yourself into an
Or
asshole.
asshole projectile.
No, it's just after I get fucked in the ass, I pucker.
We talk about that on an episode about soft serve. You know,
Ew.
you jiggle about, you get the gyrations, and
It's like a giant
soft-
tail. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
And with the proper spin, it's soft serve.
We're dirty bastards.
We come back around to old stuff we talked about.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're lame. And we
We're
can't think
lame. We're lame and we can't think of other stuff.
yeah.
So I'm either in something or I'm floating over my neighborhood. I'm seeing specific parts of my street, and it's like almost like a strobe effect. Like you see in like an old movie, like back and forth. I see the neighborhood, I see fetus face. I see the neighborhood, I see fetus face. And this thing is like right in front of my face. And I'm feeling like I'm looking at either a fetus face or some kind of gray alien type thing. And that's it.
Fetusface.com.
So how did you feel when you woke up? Like what?
Freak the fuck out. But as far as sleep paralysis goes, not connected to that, but I have had that several times where I wake up and I can't move and I freak out. But I mean, it's probably sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say in a lot of cases.
Well, so I think that the difference would be is if you can get if you can get your spirit to function.
Making all kinds of mic noises all between the three of us.
Sorry.
No, it's cool.
So it would be
I just wanted to
different.
join
I
you.
think that the difference between the paralysis as opposed to astral projection is when
Remembering it.
No, not remembering it, but when you have the ability to maneuver yourself as a spirit outside of the fact that your body's paralyzed. If you can't get the body to move, like the spirit to move on its own, and still while your body's paralyzed, then I don't think it's astral. I just think you're having a paralysis.
There
Well, I
you
used
go.
to have dreams where I was flying, but not like a normal flying dream, like you're just soaring like Superman. I actually had to
run?
I had to forcefully
yourself-
swim
Yeah.
through the air.
But at
I've
the
had that
same
as well.
time, was your body paralyzed?
No,
When you
I
woke
mean,
up.
all I remember is the swimming through the air.
That's probably just a dream.
Probably. It was an awesome dream. It was
I
recurring.
had some similar where you have to run and jump, and then you kind of
I have
swim
that. I
thing.
have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just our wish.
Now, do you meditate?
Why?
Speaking of astral, and I'm
So
thinking of
as far as astral
asshole
when I was-
projection.
probably from the time when I was. So
You've been into astral projection type stuff we've talked about back when.
Because I have a story, and
So,
if you're into this, you may
in
be able to
astral
answer my
projection
question.
When I was into it was back when I was probably the heaviest time that I got into occult stuff and with astral projection was probably the time that I was 17, 18 to probably 21ish when I left Phoenix and I moved to Flagstaff, and so during that period of time. That was when I was really big into occult stuff. As far as meditating go, I go through spurts depending on what's going on in my life. I would like to meditate every day, but I don't.
I'm trying to get back into it because it was very helpful at the time period.
Oh,
I was
it's really helpful when it comes to anxiety.
Yeah, I had a point where I was
I've
basically
tried
agoraphobic.
meditation, and I have absolutely no way of shutting my mind down.
It's hard.
It's
It's
hard.
hard. Well, I hit a point where I was basically agoraphobic, and meditation actually helped a lot in getting through that. You know, for me.
You're agoraphobic?
So just for my what is that specifically?
Basically, like
Agoraphobia.
your anxieties are so bad that you anticipate a panic attack, and you don't want to go anywhere.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know.
Got it.
So now knowing about astral projection, you tell me. Now I've had this time where I was learning how to meditate properly, centering, grounding, and all that stuff. Everything I was supposed to be doing as I was learning from a good friend of mine. She was teaching me how to do it. So, and not that kind of do it. No, I already learned that.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
It's Friday night.
Come on, there was no way we weren't going to get hooked into that. So,
Reminds me of Rolero.
God, I missed that place.
Oh, do you want a couple skate later?
Sure, I got skates at home. My wife did derby for a while, so
I made out with so many strangers during a couple skates. This was fun.
I gave so many strangers.
You gave so many strangers. I was there last week picking up on a little girl. Okay. No, I probably haven't been a Rolero in over 20 years.
Yeah.
Just to clarify. So,
But anyways.
so I learned to ground, to center.
it's like grind. Oh my man.
Grinding at Rolero. No, so it got to a point
Get
where
down on it.
Get down.
what I was supposed to be doing was just centering. But no, my mind was fucking wandering.
Right.
Because I was new to this.
Yeah.
My mind was fucking wandering. And I got this sense that, and not like in English, and not in any other particular language, but I felt like something was communicating with me. And I was just so out of it and just mind wandering, I just went with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this sensation, because I mean, every other time prior to this, I kind of got it right, but I was still learning how to center and all that. And my friend is president, by the way. And
Your friend was president?
President, yes. And Chuck's doing he was doing this thing. I don't know. He was,
Is that 'cause
he was
you're-
doing the
Yeah,
rowboat.
on my shoulder.
He's doing the
Yeah.
rowboat with his shoulders.
Like,
and then I started doing it. It was
my-
contagious.
My funky rhombus.
It's oh man.
Oh man.
Fuck.
It's the new trend around here. We're just all
I'm just
doing it.
stretching. Stretch Armstrong.
So she's there, you know, teaching me how to do this, and I get this sensation that something is trying to communicate with me, like come here. You know, I was like, cool, all right, cool. I was already mind wandering and stuff, and I get the sensation.
He's like a child, and there's a man in a van with candy. Hey, come here.
Come here.
Okay.
the windowless van of broken promises and the basement of unfulfilled promises.
The basement of sore buttholes.
Yes. The sore buttholes.
Oh man.
And that is not paranormal. That's my dog scratching.
Nope,
his shit.
that's me flapping my taint again.
The taint has come out.
That's what they do with their guests.
This is what we do to all of our stories. We never get the story out
the
there.
guests to lick taints.
The story is so short that we just fucking go on Tangentville, and it kind of makes the story, you know. So, anyways, meditating, trying to meditate, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Huh? Someone's calling.
Something's calling to me. That's the sense I get, and I'm following. And I had the sensation that I'm going higher and higher and higher. And as I'm getting higher, I know what you're gonna think. I was getting bigger and bigger. But no, it's like this expanding.
And loobier.
This expansion, kind of. This expanding. There's no way around that. He's talking about his penis.
Hey,
His penis got bigger.
You don't put your face in my crotch, okay?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Just not during the record.
Oh, I just wanted to rest my head.
So what happened?
Me too.
I felt the sensation of going higher and higher and expanding, and connecting more with whatever the fuck this was.
Yeah. So
And it ended with me getting shit. And my mic stand getting pumped by my
You just got shit? Well, how did it end?
shaking. No, so I'm sitting there
Shaking.
going on this joyride, and my friend wakes me up. She's all, I could feel whatever the fuck you're doing, and you're not doing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. Don't do that. And I was like,
You're fucking with forces you don't understand.
That's basically what I got from her. I'm like,
What were you doing?
I don't know what I was doing.
Masturbating.
That's what I'm asking you.
So
Did he just expand?
She's all, you need to be careful. You need to learn how to do shields. And I'm like, shields?
Fuck you talking about? Brooke Shields?
Well, there's a
Brooke
couple.
Shields.
So
There is a way of the legitimate thing, where people
Yes.
believe in shielding themselves, and
Right.
I clearly was not shielded, and
So
I was playing around with shit I shouldn't
What
have been
type
playing
of stuff was your friend into?
I don't even know.
Okay, I got a question
So
for
I have
this.
to.
She had these my cables. I think it's yours.
It was, I was
good.
fucking with this. I was fucking
right.
with this.
She had the idea that I may be an empath. And she's all, well, let's meditate and take care of all this shit, and then we'll talk about it. And then I'm ADD. I'm all over the fucking place. And
We couldn't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell. You cannot tell.
So
Well, here real quick. I have
Ooh,
a question.
shiny.
I have a question for you guys. If you think if there's a simple answer to this question, but do you think that it is possible that you can relax your brain enough to allow it to release enough DMT for you to get yourself
Well,
high?
That's not the way DMT works. I don't know how
There's
it works.
receptors in your brain that
There are.
that
You're right.
I mean, you can make yourself in a certain way release serotonin. You
This
can
is
make
true.
yourself release.
Yeah, you can
adrenaline.
make yourself. Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
I think
Let's
so.
experiment with that.
yeah.
DMT.
That'd be awesome.
How would we even experiment with?
I don't know.
Get
Finding the experiment would be
Is it causing a crackle?
No, it was just-
it was bugging him. We're just gonna move this mic stand over here.
Well, the fucking cord's terrible
Yeah.
as it is. If I
Yeah,
start
just didn't wanna
slamming
smush it.
shit on top of it.
we gave him the worst.
Okay, so
one.
in occult theory,
Okay.
whether it's Western occultism or if it's Eastern occultism, you
we
have
don't give a fuck about Northern or Southern occultism.
Yeah, we don't care about
yeah, fuck
Yankees.
those two. So
They're polar
so
opposites.
with Western occultism, they usually tend to go with Christian esotericism esotericism, where it's
In line with that Jesus fella.
you still like the Kabbalah, the Golden Dawn.
I hear those are really good with sausage.
Sausages.
Kabbalahs.
And what you're
Oh, I'm
trying
thinking
to
of kebabs.
do, and what you're trying to do with it is you're trying to use rituals to find your guardian angel.
Okay.
Which is what they call it.
Yeah.
So essentially, what it is it's like you're. The best way that I think of it is like a spirit animal. But that's
Slide.
Thing.
Like a
Doing that,
spirit.
I'm pantomiming a spirit.
I'm just picturing Edward Norton looking at a penguin.
I'm picturing Edward Norton curbing some motherfucker.
Oh
And
no, I
you-
was thinking of Fight Club.
So you're trying to find your guardian angel, and that's the purpose of life, because that guardian angel helps you get you to enlightenment or other cases.
If that's what this motherfucker was trying to tell me, I don't know.
I love it when
You're
it
not
could
doing
have been
this
that
shit
you were-
right.
It could have been that you were, or it could have been that you were relaxed enough that you were getting in contact with the guardian angel.
I love it when
possible.
when stupid people on social media misspell it and say guardian angle.
Angles.
And
My guardian angle is 90 degrees.
And there's a form of Buddhism called Shingon Buddhism, which is esoteric Buddhism, which is essentially trying to do the same thing, get you in contact with your card. So all of them, their esoteric belief systems are very similar in that you're trying to get in contact.
I find that
with what they
interesting.
call
I didn't
the
know
guardian angel.
Buddha in Buddhism that they would believe in a guardian angel.
Yeah, so it's I forgot what they call it, but it's the same thing. And in fact, if you look at their rituals, like the rituals that they do in Western occultism, they do it to different archangels. So you have Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and the other one,
Donatello.
And I don't know what the other
Chuck
one's
is examining his new
Maybe
mic.
I'm just looking at this. I could build one.
Also,
of these.
when they
Chuck.
get new mics, they don't let their guests use them.
I told you I would trade with you.
So I'm just fucking-
Chuck has the fancy, shiny new mic that isn't
And
cutting
so-
out.
But in Shingon Buddhism, they have different bodhisattvas that look over those different realms of the Western realm, Southern realm, Eastern realm, whatever. And so they're trying to accomplish the same thing, and that's to reach that guardian angel, because the guardian angel gives you different powers, it gives you different abilities to do things. So most esoteric belief systems all have that one concept in it. So there's a
Chuck is
possibility that you were relaxed enough that maybe that could have been what was calling you.
I honestly didn't feel like there was any
Or
danger, but
the other
what do I
thing
know?
was that it was something dangerous.
Yeah, it could have been.
And that's why she was like, "You need to shield yourself."
She freaked the fuck out. She was questioning if she should even continue doing this shit with me. Until
It could have been like a siren situation where it was calling you all soothingly.
Right.
She was jealous.
Against your face.
Yeah,
Don't
so
you go with
That's
her.
also a possibility. Like that's probably what she thought.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was probably something.
But once I got the hang of meditation, I mean, nothing like that has ever happened since. No subsequent time
Yeah, and a
has
lot of the
that
times-
happened.
if you're focusing on meditation, you usually won't have out of body. You won't go into astral projection or out of body experiences because you're not focusing on the things that you need to do to be doing to get to that point where you can push your soul. And it's really strange.
I
It's
wasted
really
a lot of tape. I'm sorry.
You did waste a lot of time. Why'd you go down that far with it? Like it literally was hung up.
It felt better the deeper it went.
Yeah.
What were the purple things?
A broken plastic knife.
Oh man.
That had structure.
And so, what was I gonna fucking say?
We do
I don't
that.
know. Who fuck cares? But yeah, so I think that might have been what it was. That's what I was gonna say. Was I think Doctor Strange did a pretty decent job with their astral projection pieces. You know,
I love that.
They didn't like explain what it was really, but
They only got
they did
2
a decent
plus a
idea
little
about it. Yeah,
2 hours and some change to give you a tale about it.
yeah.
I'm still here, guys.
We're not doing meth.
You guys-
Taking things apart in the studio. No, we can.
Are you calling me a crackhead?
No.
A tweaker?
But yeah.
So we've hit almost.
Ghosts and astral projection.
There you go. I didn't even think I would get that story out because to me it was a little blip in my grouping of stories that I didn't think it would really. But you're here, and we started talking about that, and I think it gives me something to think about.
Yeah.
I keep getting distracted by Chuck taking tape off of the fucking mic stand.
You guys just.
I think this episode is about done.
Does it? All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening, or morning, or whatever the fuck time it is that you're listening to this.
Thank you, Jeremy, for being on the show, and
You're welcome.
plug yourself.
Yeah.
Not in the butt, but plug.
Oh my gosh.
Age of Jeremy and Age
Go
of Radio.
check out our Age of Radio network. You can go to Facebook and get it at Facebook and just type in Age of Radio in the search. And then
There you
soon
go.
there will be, if you go to ageofradio.org, you can go there to listen to all of the podcasts that I do with Age of Radio. And then coming soon to the network will be Learning to Curse
With better mics.
with Chuck and Adam and better mics and maybe better mics. I don't know.
Yo,
I don't
better
know, there'll
mics.
be mics. And then hopefully we will get to the point where we can do even more shows together. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Videos. We're gonna
Yeah,
go do
we're
some
gonna do videos.
ghosty hunting.
Ghost
And,
hunting.
We're gonna do some
We'll
videos.
do some
experimentation.
ghost hunting, and then I'll make them into podcasts. And
There's
they're
gonna be the
really
videos
exciting.
that go up on YouTube and the videos that go up on Pornhub.
the videos of your mother and us.
And ghosts.
And,
The Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost.
Aliens.
Big picture of Jesus up there.
Jesus Cristo.
But yeah, so ageofradio.org and Facebook Age of Radio.
Thank you, Jared.
We love you guys.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Even the ones that don't love us back.
Yeah, fuck you guys, but
Yeah,
we're
fuck
still.
you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Or good morning.
Good morning.
Our outros take forever.
Good evening.
Good evening. This
Good.
is. Peace.
Bye.